Kenny Dillingham's Devils have been underdogs, overlooked, underestimated. But as the world saw this past season, they find a way to battle, overcome, and succeed. One of the best examples of this new breed of Sun Devil is Shamari Simmons. Hailing from a small Alabama town, he worked his way up the college football ladder the hard way, going from JUCO to the FCS before earning a chance at Arizona State. And he rewarded Dillingham and the staff with a 2023 season that concluded with Simmons being named the team MVP. And this past year, moving from free safety to nickel due to team need, he excelled again, delivering hard hits and making plays and helping to lead ASU's college football playoff run. In doing so, he became a shining example of making the most out of an opportunity. On this episode, Shamari and I discuss his college football journey, what made this year's Sun Devil team special, the Wild Peach Bowl, how his years in Tempe changed the course of his life, preparing for the NFL, and so much more. And yes, that includes the targeting call. So let's get to it. Here's my conversation with Shamari Simmons. All right, Shamari, undoubtedly in your career, you've laid many big time hits on some folks at the college, JUCO, high school levels. Even, maybe as a kid, what's your favorite all time hit as a defender?
Probably Texas State. That's the one that went the most viral, and I feel like I did a good job just reading my assignment, reading my keys, and made the play.
What is the most satisfying part for you about just leveling a ball carrier out?
Um, Really just them just being surprised because really people see me as just being really a cover guy, just being not saying small, but they just really just be surprised on how hard I hit.
Is that something that, in your career you've always loved and relished that contact, or is that maybe something that developed over time?
Um, I want to say I've always been known for big hits, so really my whole career is really what I've been known for.
Who would you say is the second hardest hitter on the team? Obviously, you've had a few huge hits in the maroon and gold, but what other Sun Devil maybe can lay claim to laying hits like you?
Ghost Rouser, yeah, Ghost do a great job of just really just doing a great job of tackling. I learned a lot from him. Just just being able to just close a lot of space and just being able to tackle well.
So now that some time has passed, when you look back on the Peach Bowl, is that one of the craziest games that you've ever been in? Obviously, the Sun Devils fall a little bit behind in the first half, but the incredible comeback and the drama. Like, where does that rank in terms of like just the wildest games you've played in?
I want to say that's one of the wildest ones. It just shows just how close the team was. I want to say like from the beginning to the end, we always knew we had a chance, and it just shows how great that team was.
What were your thoughts, there on that in that first half, on the sideline, unfortunately, unable to play, and just you've seen your guys, fall behind a little bit. How was that feeling knowing that you couldn't be out there at that time in those first 30 minutes to help?
Um, it really hurted me, but I mean, I always had faith in my guys, So it was just really just my job of just keeping them encouraged, just let them know we're not out of the fight. But they already knew that just by the way we play and just the way the team chemistry was just just was and how we bonded. We knew we was just going to fight to the end.
Of course, that's been a trademark of this team, and throughout the course of this season, there's been some times where maybe the first half isn't so great, but you guys come out in that second half and really take care of business. What was kind of the mood and the atmosphere like in that locker room at the half?
Um, everybody everybody just stayed calm and level headed, honestly. And then everybody was just ready for me to go out there and just be able to help the team out. But far as the team, every game we just felt like no matter what the score is, hey, we're gonna get things right. We're gonna get the clicking. So it was just even though we lost, it was just a great feeling just to say, hey, like we're not out of the fight because I always just felt confident in my players.
And of course, your impact was immediate once you get in there in that second half. What was it like, just storming through that line? Once you guys had him pinned pretty deep, making it such a huge play and getting that safety to help really kind of spark the comeback.
It was really just me just being excited, just being out there. My first, the second half is just my first time really being out there. I just felt like I was jittery. I really just wanted to make plays and just help the team win.
What do you feel that the team's performance, said to the world, making that valiant comeback, and obviously the playoff run, the run to the Big 12 title? What do you think this team was able to say to the college football and sports world with what you guys were able to do this year?
Yes, I just feel like we just really just woke the whole world up and just showed that Arizona State should definitely be in the talk of just anything when it comes to just football wise. Because I mean, a lot of people that was broadcasting the game, they didn't know nothing much about Arizona State. But now since we played a great game against Texas, everybody want to know, okay, these boys can play now.
So now that you're moving on to the NFL and your college football is in your past, maybe I can ask you this question: do you think it was targeting on the hit on Milquan Stovall?
Yes, definitely. You ain't even had to ask, but it is what it is. God has a plan, but I mean, it just shows. Um, I, I ain't gonna say that, but
Uh, yeah.
it was just a great. I mean, it was just a great game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you like everybody else in the world saw that that call, but of course obviously that does what happened on last Wednesday doesn't diminish the impact of what you guys were able to do as you talked about this team being so special. Where do you feel you attribute where this team where that resiliency and that ability for you guys to overcome obstacles, where do you think that all kind of really came from?
From the first day of our football meeting, we it was just introducing guys and just really just the transfer, just having just all just even though we came from different parts of the world, we always had like a similar background. Everybody doubted us, everybody looked over us, and we just wanted to prove ourselves. And we just once you have just a group of people that just want to prove the world wrong and not have just individual goals, as you can see, we did a great job this season.
Of course, a big part of that was getting the valley activated, as Kenny likes to say, and obviously see the sellout crowds, but even just so many hundreds of fans greeting you guys, back at the football facility after you guys got back home. What was it like from a player's perspective, just to see kind of what you guys are able to do and kind of spark kind of the resurgence and getting the fans back into this?
It felt great, just I was there when we went 3-9 that previous year, and it just the feeling of just going into a store and be like, you play for Arizona State, and y'all and just it's a lot of fans just telling me y'all actually brought life back to Arizona, and that means a lot because I felt like Arizona brought a lot of life back to me when I felt like everybody doubted me and everything, but they gave me a chance to really prove the world wrong, and gave me great people that I will bond with for the rest of my life.
Now, looking at the year that was on the field for you, obviously, making a position, moving over to change over to nickelback. What were some of the biggest challenges, in going from kind of the maybe more traditional safety spot to playing some nickel?
Really, just being able to just see different keys. At free safety, I was more worried about what the quarterback is thinking, what the quarterback is looking at. But at nickel, I had to really just change my whole thought process on how I needed to play, and it took a little time, but like far as like repetition, I just pride myself on just trying to get better every day, and I felt like throughout the season I got better.
Speaking of that improvement, where do you feel you've got better? Obviously, with the NFL coming up here for you in a couple months, when you look back at this 2024 season, where do you feel that you've improved most as a player?
Just I feel just being dominant in screen games, just being dominant and just run game, and and it definitely helped me improve on my man coverage skills because at free I wasn't really like near the box, near like in man, in man most of the time. So it just helped. It just helped me with everything throughout my game.
And even with the position change, you still got some nice hardware for your mantle, taking home another defensive MVP award for your season. What did it mean to you, to be recognized, coming in both years, being a team MVP?
I mean, it's just a blessing. It's a blessing. I never really thought that that would have happened. Because I feel like just the team and all, we just had great players that could have won it, and I'm just blessed that the team believed that I was the defensive MVP. And is if I could, I would split it down so many ways and just give it to a couple of people on the team on the defensive side. Cause like I just I really enjoyed this year just being around just great people, being around a great environment, just being around the state of Arizona.
So, going back to the start of your football journey, growing up in Alabama, and I believe a small town, about a population of a few thousand people, I think. What was it that got you first into football when you were a kid?
Um, well, even though our town is small, we're known for football. You know, my dad was a All American all throughout his high school career. He won 4 state championship titles, and it was really felt like I was made to play football, honestly. And it's just being able to just come from where I came from, just small town, going all the way to Arizona State, and just playing in the Peach Bowl, winning the Big 12 championship. Like my journey's been amazing.
What are some of your earliest football memories from when you first stepped foot on the football field?
Probably my senior year in high school, we won the state championship, and like once again, like even our own city doubted us. You know, just being the underdog role and just being able to overcome it and win with close people around you. That means a lot to me.
Of course, you mentioned that we're kind of built to and made to play the sport of football, but growing up in a small town, obviously going to the JUCO route, what was it? Tough, maybe not getting the recognition and the notice, and obviously your journey, go having to go JUCO and then FCS before landing in Tempe. Was there any kind of frustration? Kind of having to maybe continue that or start off with that overlooked underdog status.
Yeah, yes, it definitely was. You know, every year it got tougher and tougher, but I just believed in myself and just believed like, man, I can really play anywhere if I wanted to. I just needed people to believe in me and just have faith in me and my abilities, and that's why I just appreciate Coach Dillingham, Coach Ward, just for just giving me the opportunity just to be able to showcase my skills and just being able to play ball at just a big time school.
Going through the junior college route, what was that? What did lessons did you learn from having to go the junior college route, and how did that perhaps shape your approach and as you continued your career forward, moving on up?
Just being appreciative, you know, because JUCO was very hard. You know you never know when you was gonna be able to get a get a nice meal. Just being able to live how you wanted to. So I was forever grateful for JUCO because it just made me appreciate the little things, you know, like that a lot of kids would look over. You know, I appreciate going into the nutrition room, just being able to stock my fridge up. I remember in JUCO, I was like, man, I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to eat sometimes. So it was just being appreciative, really.
Now, one of the things you've shared on social media is just kind of a screenshot of from a while back. It seemed like a coach took issue with you, maybe the hood hero handle on social media, but obviously that's something that is near and dear to you. What was kind of the origin of that, and what do you hope that your story says to others?
Well, the story is when I when I was in high school, it was like a rapper, like back in Alabama, he made like a mixtape title or something like that, and I just being young, just made up a name. I wasn't thinking too much of it. I really didn't know too much about social media, Twitter, and stuff like that. And when I was sending my film out to when I was in Juke, I was sending my film out to everybody. A lot of people didn't even message me back, when I was sending my film out. And then when I messaged that particular coach, when he told me that like that's gonna drive a lot of teams, college teams away, I was like, man, he basically just judged me off a name, and he never even met me, he never even know where I'm from or anything. So I was like, if that's the case, I'm just gonna stick with it until like I don't know. I just felt like I don't know. I just felt like since I was just gonna be judged, I was just gonna stick with it and just whoever's gonna rock with me, they gonna rock with me because they actually figured out who I am as a person. So that's what came up with that name.
And of course, being, having allowing the players to be authentically themselves is something that's been a core component of Kenny Dillingham's tenure here. What has it been like just playing a coach that, obviously there's the football reasons and everything, but, also just letting these young men like yourself just, be who they are.
I mean, Coach Dillingham is just a blessing, just a blessing in disguise. And man, if I would go all over again, I would ride with Dillingham every single step of the way because it just shows him just being just a great person, not being judgmental, and he just helps me. He just helps me with life, just going throughout how I need to approach people, approach the game, and just approach everything in life.
As you mentioned, of course, you were here last year when the team went 3-9, some difficult times and a lot of stuff that was kind of, maybe some external stuff outside the player or coach's control. What were some of the lessons going through the adversity of 2023 that you and the returning guys were able to maybe put towards this upcoming season or this 2024 season that allowed you guys to have so much success?
Mm, I really just felt like you really can't run away from your problems. And I that's why I stood with Arizona State through thick and thin because this the only big time school that really just gave me a shot without even once again just being judgmental, without even me, and it was just like once you had that feeling inside of you, you just want to ride like when Coach Dillingham just gave me that trust and faith to me. I was like, yeah, I just got to ride with Coach Dillingham through thick and thin. We could have went 3-9 this year. I still would have rode with Coach Dillingham. He would have been the best coach to me because not not including on the field, just being just a great person off the field, not once again not being judgmental to other people's situations. So it was just like I just appreciate them so much.
So of course, the college being a college football player and especially the route you've taken and kind of working your way up from JUCO, FCS to major college football and now to the NFL. It's a lot of work, a lot of hours. What are the things that really drive you and that inspire you to keep going?
And really just I want to say just saying that just being the person that I am, just saying that if I was gonna do something, I'm gonna do it through like no matter what my situation is, just no matter what trials and tribulations God present to me, I'm if I said I was gonna do something, I was just gonna do it. So I just stuck to it. It didn't matter what then no matter if we could have went 0-11. It's just I said I was gonna do it, and I feel like I'm a man, and just as far as just being a man, you have to stick to what you said.
Now with your college career behind you and a lot of success on your resume, what kind of advice would you have given yourself now? Back to to young Shamari, 5, 6 years ago.
I just say I'm just proud of you. Just not believing what everybody else said and just believing what you believe in. Because a lot of people try to change my mind into a lot of things. So, but it just wasn't in my heart to just do what other people wanted to do. So just being able to just stick through it through tough times, through great times. I just say I'm really just proud of them.
When you look back on your 2 years as a Sun Devil, what are some of your favorite moments?
I just had a lot of great moments. Just I want to say when the fans stormed the field, both times from Utah and BYU, just seeing everybody just being happy. Not I didn't know that many people. I ain't gonna say they didn't know me, but I didn't know like how big of an effect I had in the community.
Mm.
So it was just being able to just make everybody just feel back alive because a lot of fans told me like y'all really activated the valley, and it's not just a saying. We really did that.
One of the things in your announcement in declaring for the draft that kind of really jumped out to me, and I really love this for the phrase of Plan B is to make Plan A work. Where do you attribute that that the determination and that that focus that you have as you make this jump up to play football on Sundays?
Uh, just just one just I want to say really just I always as a kid I always dreamed myself just playing at a big time school, just no matter what the situation is, and just playing just really just playing football. So I really told my mama that I sat her down because you know at first transferring from FCS to Power Five, a lot of people think you're not being able to play and stuff like that. So I was doubted before I even chose Arizona State. So it's just being able to just prove everybody wrong, no matter what the situation is. And if you have a goal, you really have to work for it. It don't matter what people say or how the situation is. If you want to do something, you can do it, as long as you have a plan to not give up on what your goal is.
What do you hope your journey, making that climb up, and then obviously, then hopefully achieving your dream here? What do you hope it says to maybe kids, those young Sun Devil fans who've watched you and and are cheering you on?
If it really is just if you believe you going can do something, like go ahead and do it. Of course, it's gonna come with work, hard work, dedication, and stuff like that. But ain't nobody going to help you build your dreams. Only you can do that. So I would say just if you really want to do something, you can be able to do it no matter what the outcome is or situation is.
Soon you'll be heading to the Shrine Bowl, a prestigious showcase, in the pre-draft process. What do you hope to show scouts during the Shrine Bowl?
Really just to show, really just to show the scouts that I feel like, well, I know that I'm the best nickel in the draft, honestly, and just being able to be able to showcase that against great players. That's my own goal.
And you mentioned that you're down in Florida, training, getting ready for the draft here in a couple months. What is the draft preparation schedule? Like, what do the next couple months look like for you?
Just working out, getting better, just working on my technique, and just really just mentally just getting prepared for the worst, the best that comes with being an NFL player.
So, of course, the 2025 season for ASU is going to come with a lot of expectations. Certainly, with a lot of your teammates that are going to be coming back. Now that when you'll be watching them from afar with your NFL team, what are you most looking forward to? Kind of looking to watch this 2025 group of Sun Devils. What are some of the things that excite you the most about the potential this team has?
Well, first I'm excited that almost everybody just came back because they seen the goal, they seen how close it was, and just talking to a couple of them and including myself, they're mad that we still not in the playoffs. We don't think of it as We had a great season. We really shocked the world. We really felt like, man, we could have been able to win the whole thing. So it's just seeing all that, just seeing people just being fired up, getting ready for the next year. I'm excited for them. I'm probably gonna be their number one fan. I'm gonna be calling them right before the game and stuff like that. It's just I'm excited for the guys.
What are you going to miss most about being at ASU?
Really everything. Cause I mean, like I said, didn't nobody give me a chance. Didn't nobody even have faith in me like ASU did. So it's just really everything. Really, honestly.
So, 5, 10 years down the road, when ASU fans bring up the name Shamari Simmons, how do you hope you remember? What do you hope they say about you?
Really just being a hardworking man that just came to show up to work every day, no matter what the situation is, through through the through the pros and cons of it all. Like I was the same Shamari Simmons that came in from day one, and just wanted to help everybody out.
And for any players that might be looking for their next chance or looking for an opportunity, what would be your message to any folks out there that are considering Arizona State?
Really just being around good people, great coaches that really care about you, not just for what you can do on the field, just really actually caring about you on and off the field, how your future looking. Like ASU is the home to be.